Students, in this class I am going to discuss the solution to the problems I have asked you in the previous video. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see one by one. Okay, so these are the steps we have to follow to find out whether there is a limiting reagent or not. Okay, so those who have missed the video, please watch it. Do watch it. I will give the link in the description box. Okay, so first let's solve the question one by one. I have started from the question which is comparatively easy. Okay, so if 0.5 mole of BaCl2 is mixed with students, this is 0.2 moles. Yesterday I have given wrongly 0.1 mole. Okay, so 0.2 mole of Na3PO4. What is the maximum number of mole of barium phosphate that can be formed? Okay, so you have to find it out. So please write the equation. So BaCl2, okay, reacts with Na3PO4 to give Ba3PO4 twice. Sure, there must be NaCl. Okay, let's balance this equation. So barium is 3 atoms here, so I am going to put 3. Here sodium is 3, so I am going to put, so here phosphate is 2, so I am going to put 2 here. So while putting 2 here, sodium becomes 6, so I am going to put 6. Okay, so here also chlorine 6, here also chlorine 6. Okay, so it is completely balanced. Okay, so what is the given number of moles? The given number of moles is they have given 0.5 moles. Okay, and this is 0.2 moles. So we have to find out whether there is an LR reagent or it is completely in stoichiometric ratio. Okay, so first step I have balanced the equation, and what is the stoichiometric coefficient? The stoichiometric coefficient for the barium chloride is 3, and for Na3PO4 is 2. Okay, so the second is also done, being done. Okay, so here then what we have to do, we have to find the number of moles of each reactant, but they have given straight away, they have given 0.5, 0.2. Okay, so what is the fourth step we have to do? We have to divide, we have to calculate the mole divided by the stoichiometric coefficient ratio for each and every reactant. So for BaCl2, the mole divided by stoichiometric coefficient, what is the given number of moles? Given number of moles is 0.5 and stoichiometric coefficient is 3. So if you do this, so what will be your answer? It will come around 0.166 like that. Okay, so if you do for Pa3,4 Na3PO4, so this is what given number of moles is 0.2 divided by the stoichiometric coefficient is 2, so 0.1. So which value is less, student? So this is 0.1. So your sodium phosphate is the limiting reagent here. These values are not equal, so they are not in stoichiometric coefficient. If these values are equal, so you can tell there is no LR. Each and every reactant are in the proper ratio. Okay, so you have to know these things also. Okay, so you do this step only to find out the LR. So I have found out this is the LR. So you have to find the amount of the product formed only on the basis of this limiting reagent. Okay, so what is the given number of moles? Given number of moles of sodium phosphate is 0.2. So I already told you, students, this value is nothing to do with anything further. Okay, you do this calculation, you do this ratio only to find out LR. Okay, so commonly students what they do is they take this value, they confuse this with the number of moles. Okay, so don't do this. We do this step only to find out which is LR. Okay, so the given number of moles is for BaCl2 is 0.5 and for sodium phosphate is 0.2. Okay, so I have to find the amount of product formed only on the basis of sodium phosphate here. Okay, so from the equation, this is the recipe, no? This is the recipe. What does it says? What does it says? So 2 moles of Na3PO4 gives what? Here it is, there is 1. Okay, so 1 mole of barium phosphate. Okay, so here what is the given number of moles? You have to find out for the 0.2 moles. So 0.2 mole of Na3PO4 gives, so just cross multiply 0.2 into 1 divided by 2. Okay, so which is 0.1. Okay, 0.1 mole of barium phosphate. Just cross multiplication. Okay, so the answer is 0.1. Okay, students. This is the second question. 12 liters of hydrogen and 11.2 liters of chlorine are mixed and exploded. That means they have reacted with each other. The composition by volume of the mixture is. Okay, so they have given a set of options. See, if there are, first you have to find out if there is LR reagent or not. If there is an LR reagent, there must be some excess reagent also. So after the reaction, you will get product as well as the excess reagent, the unconsumed excess reagent. Okay, so let's find out. So first, write the equation. So what is the equation? So hydrogen reacts with chlorine to give HCl. See, if I balance the equation, so this is the balanced equation and all are gaseous in nature. Okay, so they have given in liters. Okay, so I have balanced the equation. First step is over. So what is the stoichiometric coefficient? Here the stoichiometric coefficient is 1. Here also the stoichiometric coefficient is 1. Okay, so next I have to find out the given number of moles. See, they have given in liter, so I have to find out in terms of moles. So what formula I have to use? Given volume in liters divided by 22.4 liters. Okay, so for hydrogen, 12 divided by 22.4. Okay, so 12 divided by 22.4 is 0.535. okay, so this is the number of moles. Okay, so this is the number of moles for hydrogen, and the given number of moles for chlorine I am going to do the same. So the given volume is 11.2 divided by 22.4, which is 0.5. okay, this is the number of moles. Okay, so I have found out the number of moles also. So now I have to find out the LR. For LR, what I have to do? I have to find out this moles divided by stoichiometric coefficient ratio. Okay, here the stoichiometric coefficient for hydrogen is 1. So 0.535 divided by 1 is same as 0.535. Okay, so for chlorine, 0.5 divided by, here also the stoichiometric coefficient is 1, so the same answer. Now compare these two values. So which is the lower value here? So this is the lower value here. They are not the same value. Okay, so this has a lower value for this ratio. So your chlorine is the limiting reagent here. Okay, so you have done the, I am repeating here continuously. Okay, because students often do the steps. You do this step only to find out the LR reagent. Forget about these values. Okay, now you have to take only the, since chlorine is the limiting reagent here, consider the given number of moles of chlorine. Only this is going to decide the amount of HCl formed. Okay, so according to this equation, you have to speak only about chlorine, forget about hydrogen, because chlorine is the LR reagent here. 1 mole of chlorine will give you what? 2 moles of hydrogen chloride. From the equation, this is this this is the recipe of preparing HCl, isn't it? So you are following this one. So 1 mole of chlorine will give you 2 moles of HCl. Okay, so the given number of moles is 0.5. So the 0.5 mole of chlorine will give you what? Will give you 1 mole of HCl. Okay, so they have given in your option, if you see, they are not given in terms of moles, they are giving in terms of liters only. 1 mole of HCl, since it is a gas, so according to Avogadro's law, 1 mole of a gas will be equal to 22.4 liters of HCl. Okay, so but there was an excess reagent, right? Which was the excess reagent? Your hydrogen. Okay, so you have to find out. So there must be some remaining hydrogen after the completion of the reaction. isn't it? So you have to find out that also. So 1 mole of chlorine reacts with 1 mole of hydrogen, correct? So 1 mole of chlorine requires 1 mole of hydrogen. So 0.5 mole of chlorine would have used 0.5 mole of hydrogen. But what is the given mole of hydrogen? 0.535 moles. Okay, so the excess reagent. Okay, the excess reagent. So hydrogen remaining, okay, after the reaction is equal to 0.535 minus 0.5, which is 0.035 moles. Okay, can you convert this into liters, because your hydrogen is gaseous in nature, right? So if you do this, if you convert 0.035 moles of hydrogen to liters, it is 0.58 liters of hydrogen. Simply what I did, I multiplied by 22.4. Okay, so what is the answer? So the reaction, after the completion of the reaction, you will get 22.4 liters of HCl plus 0.8 liters of hydrogen. So which option? So the option C. Okay, question students. So if 8 ml of uncombined oxygen remain after exploding oxygen with 4 ml of hydrogen, the number of ml of oxygen originally were. So first let's understand the question properly. So what they have done, they have reacted hydrogen with oxygen. Okay, so what will be the product? The product is water. So if you balance the equation, this is the balanced equation. So what they are telling is they took 4 ml of hydrogen. Okay, so after the reaction, what they got is, after the reaction, so this is what initial. Okay, this is initial, and after the reaction they got 8 ml of unconsumed oxygen, okay, and product. Okay, so now what they are asking, if 8 ml is the unconsumed oxygen, what is the volume of oxygen which was originally taken? Okay, so you have to find out what was the ml of oxygen that was taken initially. So I can say this ml, VML is nothing but the unconsumed volume of oxygen, 8 ml of oxygen plus x ml of oxygen. What is this x ml of oxygen? That has been used for the reaction, that was reacted with oxygen to give the product. Okay, so used for the reaction. So if you find out, so VML is equal to 8 plus x ml. So if you find out the value of x, you can find out the value of V. Okay, so let's discuss about this. See, according to this equation, okay, since they are speaking in terms of ml, I am going to take since all are gaseous in nature, so I am going to speak in terms of liters. So, okay, so according to this equation, 2 into 22.4 liters of hydrogen, okay, requires what? 1 ml of oxygen. 1 ml of oxygen is nothing but, in terms of volume, 22.4 liters of oxygen. Okay, so if that is the case, they have taken 4 ml of hydrogen. Okay, so if 2 moles of hydrogen reacts with 1 mole of oxygen, okay, so 4 ml of hydrogen will react with, see, this is 4 ml. See, you may think this is in milliliters and this is in liters, but anyway it is going to get cancelled out, so I am not going to change that. Okay, so this is also liters cancels out, so this is what? 2 ml. So 4 ml of hydrogen requires 2 ml of oxygen. So this is the value of x, 2 ml of oxygen. Okay, so let's substitute the value here. So VML is equal to 8 plus 2, which is 10 ml of oxygen. Isn't that interesting, students? Okay, so the value is 10. So this question was asked several times in NEET question paper as well as in JEE. Okay, so thanks for watching, students. If you have any doubt, okay, you can ask me without hesitation. Thank you.